Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to this little corner of the internet. I really hope that you're doing well. If you're new here, welcome. I'm really happy that you stumbled up on in here, and I really hope that you're going to decide to stay. Today's video is going to be exam related because exams are creeping up on me and on all of us students really quickly. For information, my first exam is the 23rd of May, and we're currently the 8th of May, so that's a bit stressful, but I thought that it would be a good idea to do kind of an exam related video. I'm gonna go into detail of like one exam rule, one exam kind of model that always gives me a little bit of peace of mind and just helps me get through exam season a little bit better. So I'm going to share this with you guys today. But before I do that, I just wanted to mention that yes, I haven't been very active on YouTube for the past 2 weeks, and I'm not going to be that active till I finish my exams, but there's a lot of videos lined up, like my vlog back to Singapore, a video of me turning 20, and a few other things. So there's still things in the work, but just right now my priority is my exams. But this video is important for me to do because we're currently in exam season, and if I'm struggling with something, I'm pretty sure other people are struggling too. So this introduction was much too long compared to what I wanted it to be, but it's fine. Let's move on now to talking about the actual model. I'm going to call this model the 33% model, and I have mentioned it briefly in passing in one of my previous videos about exams, the one I did just after my third semester of med school, which was honestly up until this day probably the hardest exam season I've had to go through. It was really difficult, and so I talked about all of the things I've went through, and I know it's helped a lot of people already. So if you think you could benefit from this and you would want to watch this before this exam season because it's going to be quite challenging, please do so. So I talk about this in passing, but I wanted to do a full dedicated video to this model because I think it is really important and something to keep in mind during exam season. So the 33% model of exams was something that was introduced to by my French teacher when I was in première, so that's the equivalent of year 12, and that was my French exam year. And so the first time she met us, she was like, hey guys, like, welcome, this is the class, whatever. Let me talk to you about this thing that is really important for you guys to understand for your exams. So basically, the model is that the exam grade you get at the end of an exam is composed of 3 different things that play equal parts in it. So the first thing that it composes of is very classic, it's what we all know, it's the revision, it's the work you put in, all of the input and all of the hours that you put into studying for your exam. So currently what I'm doing, Ankiing away on my phone, looking at all the different things for gastrointestinal disorders, gastrointestinal physiology, all of that are things that are part of the first category, which is the input, the revision. So this is 33% of your grade. Then the second 33% of your grades is how good you feel on the exam. So have you had enough sleep? Do you have an upset stomach? Did you eat enough? Do you have enough energy? Are you stressed? Are you worried about something? So all of these things are also things that will impact your exam grade, because you do understand that, let's say if you just went through a breakup and you're going to go into an exam the day after, you're not going to be in the same headspace and as concentrated and as sharp as you would be if you were not going through a breakup, fully happy, fully stress-free and stuff like that. Do you get me? So it is important to also realize that the mood you have on the exam day and the way you feel on the exam day is also really important and affects your grade to 33%. I don't know if this is scientifically proven, it probably isn't, but it's just a model to try to understand exams in a different way. And then the last 33% of your grade is luck. And that was the one that really shocked me and surprised me the most, but at the same time that didn't surprise me at all. It's just nobody ever put the word on it. But it is luck. A part of your exam grade and your exam, mark is luck, because of the fact that you don't control what's on that paper. You can control what you revise, but there's inevitably going to be things that you don't understand as well, and things that you just get. And if your exam paper is mostly questions on things that you just get, you're obviously going to get a better grade, or you have a higher chance of having a higher grade if you have a majority of questions that you just get and understand. But if on the other side you have a minority of things you understand and get, and the rest are concepts that you struggled with, that you understand a little bit but it's not as easy to make sure that you have the right answer, then obviously your grade is going to be a bit different and it's going to be impacted. So it is a lot about the luck, because you don't control what's on that exam paper. So now that we've talked about the 3 different categories, the first 33% is the revision you put in, then the next 33% is how you feel on the day, and then the last 33% is the luck part. I want to talk about what you can actually control during this exam season. And realistically, you can control 66%. So you can control the first 2 parts. The first part you can control because how much revision you put in, inevitably, if you put more revision in and more input in, it's more likely that you're going to get a higher grade because you're increasing, the spectrum of how lucky you can get. Because if you understand 10 concepts perfectly compared to 5, it's more likely that you're going to get more lucky if you understand 10 concepts and 5. Do you get me? If you understand the whole textbook perfectly, whatever question falls on that exam paper, you're going to be fine. You're going to be totally fine and you might just get full marks. So the part that you can control the most is the revision part. It's how much you learn, how much you understand, how much you make sure that you fully grasp this concepts, okay? That's the part you can fully control. But also, if you're doing a degree like mine, like medicine, you can never learn the full textbook, okay? You just can't. You just can't ever learn the full textbook by heart or understand the full textbook. And that's why the more you understand, the more likely you're to be lucky. But you're not going to be able to, get full marks because you've learned the whole textbook, because that's just not possible. You just will never be able to know everything, okay? So that's the first part that you can fully control, is how much input you put in, how much revision you put in. That's the first part you can fully control. And then the second part you can control is how you feel on exam day, okay? And that might be a bit counterintuitive, but you can actually control that. If you know that to be at your fullest capacity on exam day, you need to have slept 8 hours. Well, make sure that the day before the exam, you stop studying and you put everything away to make sure that you have 8 hours of sleep. And if you're like, no, I need to have 8 hours of sleep consistently the week before my exam, then make sure you do that, because that will increase your chances of having a good, positive mindset on the exam day. If you know that, before the exam you need to be really calm and not speak to people and just be with your own thoughts and be with everything you've learned and understand in your head, and you don't want to see people, don't go see people. Don't go talk to people. Don't ask them how the revision is going. Just, get to know yourself enough that you know what you need to be in the best exam conditions. And that is something you can control. For example, I know that the day of an exam, I need to be really calm. I need to have a level head. I need to not speak to a lot of people and just, be with my thoughts, review the last concepts that I find difficult to grasp. I need to be in my head and really have sort of even a booklet of all the concepts I know that if there's a question that falls on it, I'll be lucky and I'll be able to for sure know the answer to that. I also need to, as I said, I need to be calm. I need to have enough sleep the day before, wake up early enough that I have time to be fully awake, arrive early to the exam. All of these things are things that I know I need. I know that I need, for example, to go to the bathroom at least 3 times before an exam, because that's just what makes me feel like I'm fine. I'm not going to have to go to the bathroom during the exam. It's small things like that you need to get to know about yourself, so you know how to put yourself in the best conditions. And I also know that, let's say if on my exam day I wake up really, not feeling well, and I know that I'm off and I'm not fully ready for this exam, I know that I'll have to meditate. So I need to wake up early enough to give me enough time to meditate to be in the best conditions possible. So you need to get to know yourself a little bit more to know how you can control that. And then the last part, you just can't control it. Unless you're going to cheat and look at the exam paper, you just can't control that. And also don't do that. Don't cheat and don't look at the exam paper right beforehand. Okay? So these are the 2 things that you can control. So I think the gist of this video, the conclusion of this video, is that if you're struggling right now to revise and you're feeling a bit stressed about this, just take a step back and realize that right now you can control 66%. Focus on the first 33%. Focus on what you can, all the input, how you're going to revise, your revision techniques and all of that, okay? And then focus on figuring out what you need to do to be in the best, mindset, in the best mindset for your exam, and figure what that means for you. So, and all of this, if you do all of that consistently leading up to your exam, you're inevitably going to have more confidence before that exam that you know that you're going to do well. Another thing that I often do is that I ask myself quite consistently, at least every single day leading up to the exam, okay, if you had to do the exam right now, this second, pen, paper, you had to do the exam right now, would you pass? And I ask myself this question every day, and right now my answer would be no, I don't think I would pass. But then the day where I'm confidently I'm I would genuinely pass, then I'm okay, now it's great because I have the confidence that with the knowledge I have right now, I will pass. Now everything I'm doing is extra. Everything I'm doing is to understand more, to become a better doctor in the future, to get maybe a better grade. But at least I have the confidence that with what I know right now, 8 days before the exam, for example, I will pass. You know what I mean? And that also gives me confidence. So I guess that if that's something you also need to do, you can also try to do that. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I know exam season is difficult. I know exam season is sometimes triggering for like stress, triggering for a lot of different things. You feel like you kind of lose yourself sometimes, stuff like that. And it is really difficult. It's just the way it is. It's how the cookie crumbles. I'm consistently trying to find ways to be calmer in exam season. Right now I'm fine. Right now I'm honestly not that stressed, but it probably will kick in soon. And I'm probably gonna go completely like stressed and all that really soon. I don't know. I'm trying to keep my stress level down. I'm just trying to meditate when I feel a bit off. But yes, exam seasons are difficult, but they're soon over. And on the other side, we're gonna have an amazing summer that's gonna be really long. Hopefully, we're gonna be able to do a lot of different things to, you know, recharge our batteries. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. I don't know how helpful that was, but I hope it was. If it was, sorry, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with other people that could benefit from it as well. If you have, you know, thoughts about this, please leave them down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys soon. I don't know if I'll see you guys next week, but I'll see you guys soon. And if I don't see you guys before the exams, good luck to everyone. Honestly, good luck to all of you guys. I know that you're all studying really hard, so I hope it pays off. Really. I'm off now. I'm gonna go have brunch, edit this video, and hopefully post it before 2 p.m. And yeah, it was nice speaking to you guys. It was really nice speaking to you. I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.